Hi guys, welcome back to another Truck Talk Tuesday, where we talk in the truck on Tuesday. Today we are on the verge of one of my favorite days of the year. It's really near and dear to my heart, and that's November 11th. Veterans Day here in the US, or abroad they call it Armistice Day. And it's a day where we recognize the armed forces and veterans who've served in the military to defend freedom and democracy, and maybe not even democracy for most countries, but they defend freedom and try to help the average citizen stay free and enjoy the liberties that are afforded to them by the Constitution here in the US. And they really deserve just a moment of respect and time to think about what they have done. Just a simple act of signing their life away to the military, knowing that they could be sent into combat and die at any moment. Whether they ended up getting deployed and serving and overseas, or if they spent their entire time stateside, it doesn't matter. You're still a veteran, and you still willingly put your life on the line for all. I know a lot of people don't really have much respect for military or law enforcement or anything like that in these current days, and it's sad. I know there's good and bad in every area of both military and law enforcement, but there's more good than bad, and it's not a good idea to punish the good because of the few bad. We need to come together as a nation and just honor and respect common decency and the average person. Love one another, not fight constantly or destroy other people's stuff just because we don't agree with them, or all the looting and rioting going on. It's just plain ridiculous, and it's un-American. We need to take some time and get back to a true 100% Americanism, which is all about being an American, caring for one another, supporting one another, not being a radical left-winger or right-winger. Throw radicalism out the window and just be a decent human being. It's really important. And part of that is honoring our military, our law enforcement, definitely the good ones, and those good ones don't stand for the bad ones, and they don't agree with the bad ones. I believe in 100% accountability for all, that everybody should be held accountable for their actions, no matter what. And we should all stand for that. If we all stood for that, we'd be a much better place than we are currently. And we need to take time to just, even if you just say, hey, thank you for your service, that little act can make a big difference in a veteran's life. There is a big problem in this country with veteran suicide. And that happens because they feel unwanted or uncared for, and they get depressed over just nobody having any respect. And there are a lot of other reasons that they commit suicide, but something as simple as thanking them for their service can make a huge impact. And we should always strive to better the lives of others around us. Because if everybody strives to better the lives of others, they'll better their own life in the process. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say for today. I'm a veteran of the U.S. Army. I did not end up serving overseas. I missed deployment by 2 weeks when I showed up to my duty station. Didn't know I could show up earlier than 30 days from the end of AIT. They didn't tell me that. They didn't tell me that I was going to be using all my vacation time between AIT and my permanent duty station. Otherwise, I would have shown up early and saved my vacation time for Christmas time or something like that. But I joined the Army and showed up to basic training in 2005 in January. And that was a really volatile time in our nation when it came to being in the military, and a very dangerous time. And I joined the military knowing that I could be sent overseas at any moment and potentially lose my life in defense of our country. And I did so gladly because I'm a Christian. I know not everybody's a Christian, but as a Christian, I want to do everything I can to protect others and to battle the forces of darkness in our world. And in doing so, I joined the military at a very dangerous time, and many people lost their lives. Many people I served with lost their lives. I was only in for a year and a month, and I was injured in basic training, but was pushed through to permanent duty and made it through all of the requirements to get to permanent duty with 3 fractured vertebrae. And eventually they realized I really had problems with my back, and I wanted to stay in, but they told me, oh, you're too broke too soon, and if you would have been deployed, then we would have taken the time to fix you and kept you in, but you're just too broke too soon. And they told me, hey, take the medical benefits and go home, or just go home because we'll kick you out for being 0.25% body fat overweight. Didn't know they couldn't do that, but they bluffed me out, and I took the medical benefits. Otherwise, right now, I'd be in pretty serious trouble because I've had to have 2 spinal fusions, and there's no way without the medical benefits that they gave me that I would have been able to afford the back surgeries. So I'm very grateful that I was able to get medical benefits, but at the same time, I still wanted to serve my country, and I wanted to basically retire from the military. I wanted to spend my full 20 years there, and was proud to be a soldier. And it was kind of depressing and rough to go through the transition of no longer being in the military and not being able to fulfill what I had set myself to do. And now my way of fulfilling my duty to my nation, I actually serve in the American Legion, and we provide funeral detail for fallen veterans and for the families, and we give funeral honors. We also do many other things. Our actual post that I'm a part of, there's not a great deal of things that we do. Some of the bigger posts have veteran service officers to help veterans with benefits and stuff, but our little post of 22 people, we don't really have a whole lot that we do other than the funerals. But we also provide for a big area here in Missouri, and we help fill in for other posts that might not be able to provide funeral honors at times. So we cover about like a 60 or 70 mile area just in radius, and it's been getting really difficult to try and get members to show up, or even the people in my generation that were in the military. There's so many of them that really don't want to be a part of anything, and it's kind of sad. But we need this, otherwise there will no longer be the ability to provide funeral details for veterans and service member benefits for or not benefits, but there won't be American Legion people to help get you benefits as a veteran and help you through the transition process, which there's other organizations like the DAV, which I'm a life member of, which is Disabled American Veterans, and the Veterans Administration. There's lots of other service officers for that, but American Legion is one of them as well. And they helped set up a lot of that, I've been learning recently. And it's just really important that we need to come together as a nation, both veterans and not, to stand together, to support one another, and to just be decent. I know I've been kind of ranting for a little bit, but it's really near and dear to my heart. That's why I try to do everything I can to help serve veterans, because I wasn't able to fulfill my full term of enlistment, which really wears on me, but my way of giving back is to actually serve veterans and the community in any way I can, and just try my best to be a decent human being. So remember, tomorrow is Veterans Day. Just take a minute to say thank you to a veteran and thank them for their service, and remember that they were willing to give their life for you at any moment. And some of them still probably are. I know a lot of the veterans I know would gladly lay down their life at any minute if needed. Even in their elderly years, they're still willing to give their life for their nation and just for the average human being. And we need to honor that and respect that. And just take a minute to show it. Even if you only do it one time a year, just take a minute and thank a veteran for what they've done. Thanks for joining me on this Truck Talk Tuesday. Sorry for ranting, but it is something near and dear to my heart. And it's also my niece's birthday tomorrow too, so we get to kind of have double celebration for Veterans Day, because my niece is born on Veterans Day, so, which is another thing that's near and dear to my heart. Love you, Mayor. Anyway, I'll catch you for the next one, and remember, be kind to others. It's important.